Hello, everyone. Host JJ Raya here, and on today's video, I'm going to be talking about if the New York Giants will progress or regress from last year's season. Um, so last year they were 9-7-1. Um, this season I have them going 9-8, but I also won't be surprised if they get 10 wins. But there was a little drama for some time between Saquon and the organization, but they were able to work out a deal. He's getting 10 mil this season with incentives. He will get paid $303,000 if he gets 1,350 yards rushing, 11 total touchdowns, and 65 total receptions. But they only count if they get to the playoffs. So he can do all those things, but if they don't make the playoffs, then it doesn't count. And I feel like that's a very fair contract. Saquon was the reason that they were in the playoffs last season. So for a guy who wants the money, who wants to get paid, because he believes that he's one of the top running backs in the league. I feel like putting these incentives on his contract is very reasonable. Um, I feel like it's very deserving as well, and it's also fair. Um, Now, can he have another season like last year? It was his first full season since 2018, and he had 5 more yards last season than he did in 2018 with 1,312, and he had one less rushing touchdown last season than he did in 2018 with 10 rushing touchdowns. But also he didn't have any receiving touchdowns last year, but he had 4 in 2018. Now, can he have another season like he did last year? In my opinion, I believe that he can. Especially if he, plays the amount of games that he did last year. They added Darren Waller, so hopefully that helps their passing game, and it just opens the floor more for Saquon. Um, going into the games, defensive coordinators were game planning around Saquon because they knew they the Giants receivers posed no threat to any defensive coordinator. So as long they knew if they could stop the run, they would more than likely be able to win that football game. Um, Now, like I said, they added Darren Waller. Um, Now, will Darren Waller reach 1,000 yards? In 2019 and in 2020, he had 1,000 yard seasons, and in 2019 he had 117 targets and 145 targets. So Darren Waller is a guy who is able to produce when the targets are there, and he had the injury bug these last 2 seasons, but hopefully he's able to stay healthy, and he can cement his name and get him back to that top three tight end conversation. Um, because obviously right now the top three going into the season are Kittle, Andrews, and Kelsey. Um, Now, like I said, Waller is able to produce when the targets are there, and I feel like the targets will be there because when Brian Dable was in Buffalo, um, their number one option, Stephon Diggs, he had 166 targets and 164 targets. And I'm not saying Waller would be getting those number of targets, but I can definitely see him getting, 120, 140 targets this season. And if he's getting those number of targets, I feel like he could definitely reach 1,000 yards. And like I said, if these Giants have a passing game and Saquon is playing at that elite level that he played at last season, I feel like this Giants team can kind of be pretty sneaky and get back to the playoffs again for the second straight year. Um so I feel like Daniel Jones, he got paid, so you know we we will really get to see because a lot of guys they get paid and they just go ghost. So well, let's see if Daniel Jones can take another step forward, and if he does, I feel like there's um no reason why the Giants shouldn't make the playoffs. Now, will wide receiver play be another issue? Um, I don't think it will because of Darren Waller. If Darren Waller is getting double teamed, it opens up one on one matchups. And the Giants don't have um receivers that are always gonna win on one-on-ones, but with them having speedy guys like Jalen Hyatt and Paris Campbell, I feel like it makes it easier for them to get separation. And Deion Jones just has to find them, put the ball in the right place, and it's on the receiver's job to catch the ball. Now I feel um if it's not man coverage, you know, it poses a threat for downfield bombs. Like I said, you have speedy threats like Paris Campbell and Jalen Hyatt. Now, if Darren Waller is bringing those safeties down because he's running a deep end or whatever it is, you know, it leaves that middle of the field open um for Jalen Hyatt or Paris Campbell to run a nice little streak and get a 60-yard touchdown, whatever it is. Um, so I really don't think that the receiver play should be an issue. But last year, no receiver had more than 700 yards, and no receiver had more than 70 targets. So if Brian Dable is able to get a nice little offensive scheme for Daniel Jones and these receivers, that this I feel like this Giants team can make some noise. Maybe they could get another wild card win. I don't expect them to get to the NFC Championship or anything. I feel like their ceiling is a wild card win, just because that's what they did last year. And I really don't see them making it to the NFC Championship. So I guess the answer to the question if they will regress or progress, I guess you can say I guess you can say progress because I don't have them missing the playoffs. So you know yeah, I guess you can say progress. So you know the Giants are, I want to say they're a boring team, but they're a team that not a lot of people are keeping an eye out on for. But I feel like if you look at what this Giants team can do and um what they have done last year, and if they can build on that this season, I feel like it can really you should really start to open up your eyes about this New York Giants team. So that's gonna do it for this video. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about the New York Giants, and if you guys think that they will progress or regress um, this upcoming season. And if you guys feel like Saquon can have another elite season how he did last year, make sure you guys um, like, comment, and subscribe, and continue to share the channel as much as you guys can. I appreciate the support that you guys give me. It really keeps me going. And like I said, I'm going to try to upload weekly as much as I can so I can give you guys something to listen to while eat your morning breakfast. You guys drive to work or whatever it is. So that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you guys for tuning in. That's gonna do it.